Hey guys, so I'm going to show you the mindful prostration that I have to do at the beginning of every meditation session that I did in the Vipassana retreat. So the prostration is what you do to pay respects to either really, a high-ranking or highly special monk, or when you enter any room with a Buddha, when you do prostration to the Buddha when entering, and then you do it before you leave as well. And so the quick version of it is you're on your knees like this, and you go one of these, and you go down and you touch your head, and you do it 3 times. And then that's the prostration. And so at the beginning of each meditation session, you do a mindful prostration, which is, if this helps get your head like kind of in meditation mindset, and it kind of helps settle your body down, settle your mind down, and then you go and do the walking and sitting meditation. And so this one, you do like the 3 prostrations, but you do it, mindfully. You have your eyes closed, and you just kind of really slowly go through the process. You start like this, and you go like turning, 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 and your hands turning up, and you say like raising, 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 touching, touching, touching. And you go turning, 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 raising, 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 touching, 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 raising, 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 touching, 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 lowering, 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 touching, 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 bowing, 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 lowering, 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 touching, 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 covering, 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 lowering, 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 touching, 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 covering, 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 bowing, 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 touching, 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 rising, 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 turning, 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 raising, 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 touching, 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 turning, 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 raising, 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 touching, 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 raising, 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 touching, 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 lowering, 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 touching, touching, touching. And then you do that 2 more times, and then to finish, you go lowering, lowering, lowering to your leg, covering, 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 and then you go lowering, 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 touching, 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 covering, covering, covering. And then before you stand up, you set your intention, or you note your intention. So you say intending to stand, intending to stand, intending to stand, and then you stand up.